Okay guys, welcome back to the 2017 Oceania International Championships. We're about to feature the juniors finals here on stream. We're here with Tom Schultz and
Ty Power. And we've got Nick Khan in finals, who's a bit of an Australian here for juniors. He's won almost every event he's been to, I'm pretty sure.
I think so. I don't
the past few years even.
Yeah, he's a bit of a god in the juniors section, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got an American opponent this round though.
Okay, so this will be interesting to see how this goes.
We'll see if the success does translate outside of Australia, as it tends not to do for Australians.
Yeah, okay.
But we'll see how we go.
It should be good fun here commentating on the junior guys. Good to see him, get a nice turnout. And
yeah, absolutely.
So, for the juniors, they're pretty good players, so hopefully, put on a nice show for us.
Yeah, we'll see how we go. We should be doing juniors and then seniors, then masters, and we'll see how competitive the matches get, because seniors, obviously always good to look forward to, because it's people who are coming into the scene in the following year, and at an international event like this, you should be seeing the players who are looking to break into masters and do really well.
Yeah, that's right. If they can put up a good performance here, throughout the 2017 season, definitely builds that platform for moving up the divisions.
Exactly. Even with juniors, repeated success, experience on stage, things like that really goes away to building your future in the community, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly right.
We should get the teams up on screen in a sec. We're just sorting out some things on stage.
Yeah.
Alright guys, so we should be heading into game here. And yeah, we see from Nick's team, he does have the Muck, Araquanid, Tapu Lele, Tapu Fini, Arcanine, and Porygon 2, a relatively standard team.
And from Kitty's side, we see the Lilligant, Hariyama, Torkoal, Oranguru, Porygon, and Snorlax. So even though these guys are juniors, we can see that they have, they have well thought out teams for sure.
Yeah. I think with Kitty's team, it's interesting to note, because in the juniors, it's a little bit less competitive, you'd say, because people aren't as familiar with the competitive scene. And a team like this with Torkoal, Lilligant, especially Oranguru Torkoal as well, you're able to just put on so much offensive pressure with the eruption from Torkoal, especially with Drought. It's really easy to just sort of take over a game like that, and it's not too surprising to see a team like that make the finals.
Yeah, that's right. It's instructing eruptions, it's been able to steamroll a lot of these teams that may not have the thought and team building process behind them. So
yeah, absolutely. But we do see a more standard team from Nick's side, which is interesting.
Yeah, that's right.
Showing that he does actually have the tools to play around, maybe more complex matchup, so we will see how he addresses this.
So from Kitty's side, we see the P2 Snorlax lead.
Yeah, and from Nick's side, we do see the Lele and the Muck.
Okay, so
this is interesting. To be honest, there have been some teams like Kitty's floating around, and I wouldn't actually be surprised to see a Belly Drum Psycho, maybe, from the Porygon 2 and the Snorlax. Again, just sort of one of those teams that puts on so much offensive pressure, but on the other hand, it could just be something like Curse or Belly Drum, and then with a Trick Room mode with the Porygon 2.
Yeah, that's right. We also see that Tapu Lele's HP stat, not as high as it can be, so indicating that maybe a faster, more offensive variant.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, potentially carrying that Psyche MT or the Choice Specs items.
Yeah, and the Muck having a knockoff to threaten both Snorlax and Porygon 2 is really helpful here.
Yeah, that's right. We see the Tapu Lele switch out in for the Araquanid.
Yeah, maybe trying to help if Trick Room doesn't go off here. Snorlax will underspeed the Araquanid, but getting up a substitute or something could really help this matchup.
Right, the knockoff onto that Snorlax, and also a big play, they're knocking off that Figgy Berry, not allowing it to be able to just, curse recycle that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because if unaware, knockoff does prevent you from recycling later on in the game. If you do consume your berry, you can do it as much as possible, but if it's knocked off, it is gone for good.
Like I said, we do see a Porygon 2 set the trick from that. Nice switch in by Nick.
Yeah, absolutely.
Predicting that, getting the Araquanid in, and take advantage of the slower speed stat.
Yeah, Snorlax does underspeed and threaten the Araquanid and the Muck quite a lot, but because it only has the one curse boost and it doesn't have its berry anymore, he's free to go for something like a Waterium Z.
Yeah, Hyper Vortex Z, should be able to pick up the carry even at +1 also, I'd imagine.
Or even just a double target if he doesn't feel like that's enough.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, the Porygon 2 also not offering too much, because it does look like in this matchup it is more supportive.
Very nice play there from Kitty, bringing out the Torkoal here. It's going to activate the Drought ability, really reducing that potential Waterium Z's damage output onto either of these Pokemon.
Yeah, this is really nice from Kitty. Really reacting appropriately to this game, knowing that Snorlax is so valuable here and just trying to protect it as much as possible.
So we see Kitty, correctly targeting down an Araquanid.
Takes just under 50% from him.
Yeah, definitely an interesting one. So we do see the Waterium Z come out here. Yeah, as we said, going to be reduced by identify that drought in the sun.
Yeah, which would normally be really bad here because you do want to just take out the Snorlax as fast as possible. But as its berry has been knocked out, it's really nice for Nick because all the damage will stick to this Snorlax.
Yeah,
so
right.
if he can manage his way out of Trick Room, he can find ways to take out the Snorlax.
Yeah, most definitely. So this, can
Oh
we just
my
see
lord! The critical hit.
Yeah. Crowd going wild here. Crikey, mate. That's unbelievable.
Unfortunate from Kitty's side there, but that's sort of the risk you do roll.
Most definitely, yeah. Okay, so this Torkoal's still in a very nice position here. It's the slowest one on the field. It's going to be able to fire up some really powerful rocks, especially if this Oranguru comes in. With struck Torkoal, did see a lot of usage in Masters there early on in the season.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we'll see if it translates down to juniors as well.
Potentially, with the Hariyama
We'll see
as
the
well.
Hariyama cat anyway.
It actually has no fake out pressure here because of the psychic terrain and both of the opponent's Pokemon being grounded. So it will probably just go for something like a close combat is pretty safe, really.
Yeah,
the Muck Slot, or even just it does get a lot of other supportive moves. So we will see how it goes.
Yeah, just going to look to get some chip damage off here, especially.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the Eruption is just so threatening here. It probably wouldn't one-shot the Muck, but with the Hariyama there, it is threatened.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Muck does switch out here.
Definitely going to preserve that for later in the game. See the Arcanine come in here, going to drop that Hariyama's attack, also take advantage of the Sun here, being a fire type, able to fire up to pretty powerful abilities.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Nick's game plan here has to be to reduce, get through the Trick Room. Oh, Wide Guard revealed from the Araquanid. That's really nice.
Play here.
Goes for the
and
reading into it.
Potentially calling that wide guard here.
Yeah, this is a really nice play, but still having the Arcanine in is nice regardless, because even though the Araquanid will take damage, it won't get knocked out.
Yeah, that's right. The close combat comes out here onto the Arcanine slot. It's going to do a decent amount of damage here.
Yeah, and I think if a Flame Orb does pop here, then that would be really good, because it would threaten it threatens the KO on subsequent turns now. Yeah, I think here it would be pretty expected for Arcanine to protect it, go for something a little bit more defensive so it can make its way through the Trick Room, and then probably just sacrifice the Araquanid as it goes down.
Yeah, that's right. I reckon going for the wide guard there, didn't quite get it right that turn. We'll see if he chooses to wide guard again, or go for the protect, which has a chance of failing, so we may also see the Arachnid switch out here, or just drop.
Yeah, as we said though, just getting through Trick Room is the important part, so even going for that 30% protect chance probably is your way out of this.
Yeah, most definitely, We'll see if I can identify that. Hariyama, still threatening, some big damage now with that burn, the Guts Hariyama, that close combat's going to do a lot of damage no matter what switches in.
Also not sure that the Solar Beam will take out the Araquanid here.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what the roll's like.
He does go for the Solar Beam.
Okay.
Kitty does, sorry.
Yeah, nice play there. Should target down the Arachnid. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think that's enough to knock it out though.
And
it does.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay,
Right.
now, Kitty's in a really nice position here.
The knockoff is nice as well.
Yeah, also, predicting that switch in perhaps.
Yeah, even though the close combat would knock it out, Arcanine's just not offering that much straight away in this matchup, so it is nice to sort of find out its item for later matches. It does still do a lot of damage, and you don't really need to delete it straight away because it's not threatening that Torkoal too much.
Yeah, so this Torkoal in a great position now. No wide guard on the field. It's going to be able to get some full powder uppers off here. We're going to do some big damage to this Tapu Lele as well, chipping that Arcanine nicely, potentially setting up for Hariyama.
Yeah, absolutely. I would probably expect Tapu Lele to protect here and maybe switch out the Arcanine slot, just because you really need to make sure you can do things outside of Trick Room, and something like a Psychic Z onto the Torkoal. Arcanine obviously in the sun is really pressuring things with Flare Blitz, maybe even take the knockout on Hariyama.
Yeah. Okay, so we do see the protect here on the Tapu Lele side. Doesn't want to take any damage here. Yeah, the option comes out, yep. Kitty just playing through the turn. So you're going through the motions, playing safely, no reason not to.
So Nick must think that without the Arcanine, he still has ways to deal with this matchup.
Yeah, that eruption, doing some nice damage there.
Yeah.
Should be.
The close combat after the burn will be enough to take it out.
We see the knockoff here.
The knockoff with weakened damage after the berry being consumed.
Very job. The
Snarl comes out as well. Yeah, this is a bit of a misplay from Kitty's end. I think she did really just need to target down that Arcanine.
So okay, so we get the crit on Harry. I'm not too big there. And we also see the Torkoal special attack drop, which is something definitely worth noting. It's going to reduce that eruption's power since it takes some chip damage.
Yeah, Trick Room does end this turn, so potentially with Hariyama not wanting to take the defense drops, but I think the knockoff is probably a misplay there.
Yeah, I think Sun's still up here as well, so
yeah, something like
that. In the Sun and a -1 Hariyama should be enough to pick it up, and the Psychic on the Torkoal as well. But Torkoal not boasting the best special defense stats, so Nick's also worked himself into a decent position. He managed to stall that Trick Room pretty well and losing one Pokemon, and in a position now where he threatens both of Kitty's Pokemon.
Yeah, it's really impressive. Like we said before with the juniors, often teams that just have a lot of offensive pressure right off the bat really take over games because players don't know how to react to it properly. But Nick's really doing a good job here.
Yeah, we do see the Hariyama switch out to Porygon 2. Doesn't want to, drop that.
Yeah, showing some awareness that Hariyama really is threatened.
Yeah, so the Psychic into the Porygon 2 here.
Yeah.
Going to do some decent damage outside.
And going for repeated snarls is also really nice.
Also. Leaving that Torkoal on the field is a nice play,
Yeah, and as well, just the damage that racks up on Torkoal really stops the eruption.
Yeah. See a Heat Wave come out here. It's going to connect, both Pokemon. We see the benefits of the snarl there, just like cutting that damage in half, letting Lele stick around a bit longer. Same with the Arcanine. So well played by Nick there.
Also, maybe realizing that after a Psychic or a snarl, maybe Eruption wouldn't be doing as much damage. So
that's right.
Heat Wave is a nice adjustment for sure.
I don't think there's anything to stop this Porygon 2 from going for Trick Room here, unless
a double target would most likely take it out. If it does have the Psychic Zero on Lele, we did note that it's probably a more offensive item. So I think that, or a taunt from it perhaps.
Yeah, potentially taunt. You see the Torkoal projector, fair play there. Oh, the Tapu Lele going for the Carmine, really setting up in front of this Torkoal here.
It's quite interesting.
I think if you have Carmine, I think you use him in that position here,
I suppose so. It does probably indicate that you don't have ways to stop the Trick Room straight away, so right, just snarling is nice here.
Another snarl comes off, you're going to reduce, that potential Ice Beam or Thunderbolt coming up in that Porygon too.
Yeah.
I think we will see the Trick Room set up here.
Yeah, with the Trick Room staying up though, Hariyama probably threatens a lot of damage onto this Tapu Lele with a Poison Jab. If it's burned, it probably can take the one-hit knockout here, so... almost unfortunate, but I think the Lele set is really decisive in this match, because if it doesn't have Taunt or the Psychic Z to stop the Trick Room there's not a lot that Nick can do.
Yeah, that's right. We also see Torkoal's outside of Sun at the moment, so those Heat Waves are going to be doing even less damage to Nick's Pokemon here. So yeah, he's really worked himself into a nice position.
Yeah, not bad. The Eruption does come out here. Interesting, I suppose. Yeah, not doing much damage at all. At -2 special attack, and with the Tapu Lele having the boosted special attack stat.
See Thunderbolt come out. Arcanine should hang on,
Yeah, thanks to the Snarl again.
Yeah, that's right. It's got snarling out here.
Wow. Snarl really doing quite a lot to Torkoal. Bring it down to 50% already.
Yeah, that Eruption's power's cut in half.
I mean, Moonblast the Porygon too. Again, this is a really nice play from Nick. It's really great awareness from him, knowing that if the Hariyama does come in, it threatens so much damage. So he's attacking the Porygon 2, knowing that he can't take it out, and then hopefully take out both Pokemon at once and put himself in a position where he can take on the Hariyama with a numbers advantage.
Yeah, that's correct, Okay, so I think Kitty's probably just going to go for another Heat Wave here. Heat Wave, Thunderbolt into the Tapu Lele perhaps. Not much else she can really do. Maybe she wants to try and work world position a bit to get the Hariyama in here, but she also cannot risk, taking a Psychic or Moonblast on that Torkoal.
Yeah, especially now that Tapu Lele has boosted its special defense. If you were to switch Torkoal for the Hariyama, it would threaten the Tapu Lele, but when Torkoal comes back in, it's not really doing much damage, especially if the Hariyama goes down.
Yeah, Eruption not doing much. Yeah, the Porygon 2 going to get the recover off. Going to heal back some HP. We'll see what this Tapu Lele goes for here.
Yeah, Moonblast again.
Yeah, fair play here.
Yeah, I think this is a good play. Definitely realizing that the Torkoal isn't doing too much.
Up on that Porygon 2, further reducing his damage out. Nick's in a really commanding position right now. Unless a critical hit comes out, not much to stop this Tapu Lele here once Trick Room goes down.
Yeah,
Pokemon trading cards, side event players. We are looking for the players.
See Nick, continually chipping away that Porygon 2, not letting it get to full HP to potentially set up another Trick Room.
Yeah, something like that could be really detrimental to Nick. I think Kitty probably needs to make a read and get Hariyama in here to threaten the Tapu Lele while Trick Room's up.
Yeah, definitely.
Aside from that, I don't think there's too many options.
Okay, we do see Muck coming in here. Presumably have Intimidate for the Hariyama late game.
Yeah, really nice.
Torkoal's going to continue to fire up and see you're not going to be doing much to either Pokemon.
No, wow, both not taking much at all.
Thunderbolt here. Oh, we see the critical hit come out. So.
Yeah, nice.
Oh,
And the paralysis.
Okay, this could be interesting. Oh! This is here. Things have got a lot more interesting right now.
It's like Masters Top 4 all over again.
Definitely, Aaron G, come across in all formats of the game, all junior age level, so it's good to see that.
Yeah, this is one of the interesting things about Pokemon as a game, really, is you always have outs with RNG and things like that, so you can never give up in any game.
Yeah, you can never count yourself out, when you have these potential outs. So it would have been nice to see Torkoal fire up Heat Waves, I think, over the Eruption. But hang on. That's the double target though, well done by Kitty there. Identifying Tapu Lele's a threat, needs to get rid of it.
Yeah,
Should
I
see a
think
knock-off onto the Porygon 2, I imagine.
Yeah, nice. Okay, so if Muck will outspeed the Porygon 2 if it is going for the Trick Room, so if it can take it out and Arcanine does come in, there's a chance to take out Hariyama with the Arcanine later in the game, maybe.
Yeah,
but the fake out pressure is really bad, especially because Arcanine would just go down.
Yeah, that's right. Also potential feint on Hariyama, can go through that protecting curve. So with plays, it's not over yet, but
I think Nick lost a lot of momentum from that play, though we do have to consider that he mainly took out the Snorlax earlier in the game with the Hydro Vortex critical hit.
Yeah, so RNG balancing itself out here.
Yeah, on both sides, absolutely. Definitely very favourable for Kitty there.
Yeah, that's right. I wouldn't be too surprised to see Arcanine go for a Protect here. Much targeting that Porygon 2 doesn't want to drop to it. I would just say it's not.
I think Snarl is nice here because it does mean that if the Hariyama isn't carrying Feint, it might not be able to take it out because it can protect on the fake out turn.
Yeah.
And if Muck can knock out Torkoal here, it would
It'd be
really
interesting to see how
strong.
much Poison Jump does. Torkoal does have decent base defense, so picks up
Critical
that.
hit.
Critical hit may have mattered.
Probably mattering. Knockoff could be a good play there, but maybe Nick has some information that it could be like a Fire EMZ Torkoal or something like that, and going from Poison Jab's a little bit more safe in that position.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, maybe again just double targeting the Porygon slot, not sure that Snarl would take it out.
Yeah, that's right. I think it's definitely safe because Snarl can miss, so doubling that Porygon would definitely be great.
Yeah, so Nick's got back into a good position here with the numbers advantage. Even with fake out and feint pressure, he should just be able to overwhelm this Hariyama a little bit with offense.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see.
Yeah, like a double protect would be helpful without the feint on Hariyama because burn damage would rack up and then you could probably get 2 Poison Jabs off with the Muck even if Arcanine does go down.
He's going to see a double protect out here.
He does go for it.
Scouting out what's going to come out here.
In any
Pretty
case,
safe play.
and the fake out does just go into the Muck
You know,
slot.
maybe calling that protect on the Arcanine.
Yeah, potentially, but even so, the fake out's not giving you a lot of pressure.
Yeah, that's right. So it probably wouldn't be more beneficial.
Yeah, so now a double target from Nick. Just repeated Poison Jabs into this Hariyama should pretty much seal up the game.
Of interest, if this Hariyama can survive the attack from the Arcanine, and Arcanine does die to Rig, see Flamethrower come out anyway. So.
That's an interesting thing to reveal as well.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's a lot of damage.
Yeah, really nice damage
It's
here.
pretty important to note as well that close combat would just lower defenses, so I think Muck really has this locked up. But
Yeah, moving first as well, yeah.
a pretty RNG heavy matchup there. I don't think Nick really adjusted for the Snorlax leads as well as he could have, but that's sort of the risky take playing against these Sun teams. You need to make sure that you're not just going to lose to the Sun modes straight away, so the leads do get a little bit questionable in that point.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how both players adjust here.
Yeah. In any case, being able to knock off the Snorlax, and like even if the Water Z doesn't KO there, it's still like good damage to get off, and you can stop it later if you can go through Trick Room. And Snorlax really is offering like a little bit less pressure than some of the other Pokemon that have been on the field. Yeah,
100%. Especially with that, it's very been able to recycle.
yeah, absolutely. And
Okay,
maybe if Snorlax stays around too long, then Porygon 2 doesn't get up a second Trick Room, and then they can take over the game in that way. I'm interested to see the item on Nick's Tapu Lele. Did we see that? Because it wasn't the Wiki Berry.
No, it wasn't a bulky berry. Yeah, we'll have to wait and find out.
Yeah, potentially carrying that Psychic Z still. Because if it's not the Choice Scarf or the
Yeah.
Psychic Seeds or Life
Yeah,
Orb or
we've-
Wiki
yeah.
Berry, I think that's probably what he's left
Yeah,
with
after
here.
that game, yeah, revealing that none of those items are on the tableau, leading us to believe that, yeah, Psychic Z probably is on that later.
Probably. And he did use the Hydro Vortex for the Rock Winded earlier in the game, so it's possibly couldn't reveal it for that reason.
Okay, so we're going to start round 2 here. Finalists, junior finalists coming up. Nick Khan, Kitty, Australia versus USA. See how these players adjust here. See what they bring.
Yeah. Maybe we see a Sun lead from Kitty this game.
Yeah, that could be interesting. Immediately,
I mean, all of her leads put on like quite a bit of pressure. Even Snorlax Porygon 2, surprisingly, putting on a lot of pressure in this format.
Yeah. Okay, so we see the same.
Same leads from both sides. Maybe both thinking that if the RNG had rolled a little bit differently, their game plan would have worked out.
Yeah, that's right. So see what comes out here.
We will get another chance to see. Oh, the Oracle was a switch in last game, so this isn't exciting.
Yeah, it isn't a change here from Nick's side.
Yeah, 'cause
Maybe
now-
expecting Torkoal Lilligant to come out, going to be able to offer that blind guard turn one.
Yeah, and being able to threaten Snorlax straight away with the Watarium Z is really helpful, especially because Muck will outspeed her Arquinid and knock off the berry first.
Chip damage, put it in KO for sure.
Yeah.
Also, we could also see it going to the Porygon too, just completely stopping Juku here. Looks like we're going to see this play come out here.
Yeah, this is really nice. A
Yeah.
Watarium
Hydro
Z
Vortex coming
into the
out.
Porygon 2 will take it out though.
Yeah, guaranteed. Especially that EV light.
Yeah. So we do see that happen. I wonder what the Snorlax is going for then, because I don't think a Curse is really worth trading your Porygon 2 for when you have a team like this.
Yeah, that's
But
right.
potentially adjusting and bringing Lilligant instead of Hariyama here could allow it to play outside of Trick Room a lot more.
That's right. So let's see what comes into the Porygon 2 after this.
Yeah, it's
Hydro Vortex will pick up the power.
As well, like, quite important to note that even though Lilligant won't have the sun straight away, it is still faster than the Muck and the Araquanid, so if it did want to after you the Snorlax to follow a faster attack, it's still not a bad play.
Yeah, exactly. And also threats that sleep powder here, you know, we don't put that much sleep, preventing the knockoff coming out here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now it's a +1, you know, I don't mind taking liquidations.
Yeah.
Not doing as much as I would, so
Yeah.
it does have that Lilligant, yeah, there is a few options.
Nick definitely needs to prioritize knocking off the berry on Snorlax here, because if it can keep recycling, it's quite hard for him to take it down, but knockoff is a good answer to that.
Yeah, okay, so we see Torkoal come out here. Going to drop the base power, the power of those water moves coming out from that Araquanid. Also,
Yeah.
you know, threatening, yes, yeah, full powder options if, you know, Nick decides not to target it, but I think
like a knockoff liquidation is
think
fairly
knockoff
safe here.
fairly
Yeah.
safe here.
And then you can sort of take over the game with Lele in the back, hitting the Snorlax is super effective, keeping up your terrain. Sorry, not for super effective, but with the 1.5 boost from the terrain, it still does a lot of damage.
see what both players choose here. I think, yeah, knock off into either of these ones here.
Yeah, we do typically see charcoal on the Torkoal slot as well, so we will see what it has. Yeah,
It does have the charcoal, confirm it.
and liquidation as well.
Liquidation into the sun, into the Torkoal. I don't think it should pick up the KO, yeah.
No.
Torkoal's got nice base defenses here.
It does get the defense drop, but not too big a deal because it
Yeah,
doesn't
that's
have
right.
recovery moves.
Yeah, going for the heat wave here, identifying that she probably is going to take some damage on Torkoal. It's not worth going for the rush.
Oh.
Compromise on high horsepower, that's pretty big.
I think
there.
that's really big because
Yeah.
the knockoff onto Snorlax is so important
Yeah,
on that
that's
turn. Missing the high horsepower really puts Nick in a commanding position here.
Good spot. She's, yeah, she's definitely fallen off a few turns behind with that. So,
Yeah, the RNG not going in her favor. I think this is quite a good play because if she can keep the Snorlax going and doing like being in a good position and being able to recycle, Nick really has like very limited ways to deal with
yeah,
that.
that's right, yeah.
His Z move has already been used. Tapu Lele needs to calm mind before it threatens serious damage to do enough to knock it out regardless of the berry. So,
Okay, so we do see the protect from Torkoal. Yeah, doesn't want to drop it to get it taken down.
Muck does poison.
Well,
the-
yeah, seems to be ignoring that knockoff one, but see
Yeah, the lunge into the Snorlax. See, it does like lower its offensive potential, but it's really. I think the knockoff is really important here, especially because Araquanid outspeeds anyway.
KO's the muck, yeah. So
Yeah.
it's just going to be able to curse the cycle here by the looks. Liquidation in sun, doing a fair bit less damage than normal.
Kitty's high horsepower really mattering a lot less.
Yeah.
The miss there, yeah, because of no knockoff. But maybe Nick thinks he does have answers to the Snorlax.
Well, this type of thing, yeah, we'll see what it can pull off here.
Yeah, see, Tapu Fini is like an interesting thing to bring here because if we did see the Lilligant in the back, the sleep powders like can't do anything while
Yeah,
they're in the
that's
misty
right, misty
terrain.
terrain.
I was thinking about that before. If they do have the chance to stop a sleep powder, and it does help against the sun matchup as well.
Yeah, so yeah, Nick definitely making an adjustment there, realising that the Lilligant could be an option, you know. It's
Potentially
definitely
something like haze on Finny as well
Haze,
could like
yeah.
slow down the Snorlax quite a bit.
Maybe that's why he chose
Yeah.
to go for the knockoff on there. So we'll see what he can pull out of his bag of tricks.
I think the wide glow on the Araquanid is really nice as well.
Oh, Snorlax avoids the attack here. Lunge coming out.
Solar beam coming
Solar
out
beam,
from the
yeah. Yeah, onto the Tapu Fini, I imagine, yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a lot of damage to take on this
Some very nice damage here. The return comes out onto the Araquanid.
At -1 attack, not doing much at all. Okay, so because Nick has kept the speed advantage in this game so hard by KOing the Porygon 2 with the knockoff on Water Z move,
Yeah, definitely.
he really has a lot of options to just like take out these slower Pokemon. Two of the slowest Pokemon in the format, really, excluding Gigalith, probably B2 slowest Pokemon. So just getting free damage off onto these is nice. I really wonder how he plans to deal with this Snorlax though.
Yeah, we see the Moonblast come onto the Snorlax. Potentially going to proc that, yeah, Super Berry. Going to heal it back up. I guess we're going to see another lunge onto the Snorlax or maybe a liquidation.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Targeting down. Yeah, doesn't want to take solar beams too much more than that.
Yeah,
Nice play there.
good decision, yeah.
Keeping that Tapu Fini around longer.
I suppose just hoping to beat the Snorlax by having a numbers advantage is
Yeah,
a
that's
reasonable
right.
idea, but
Going to see the return come out again onto the Araquanid.
yeah.
Doing it for decent damage here. And Tapu Fini going to recover the leftovers and I think he can slowly work himself into a decent position.
Yeah, I think so. Snorlax has sort of lost a lot of its threat because of the lunge. Typically it would be quite helpful, but because of the speed advantage, it's a huge deal. There's nothing that you can put alongside the Snorlax to help it out in these matchups, so...
Okay, so we see Hariyama coming on Kitty's side of the field here. Going to threaten that fake out onto either of these Pokemon.
I think, like...
Fake out Curse.
Yeah, I think Fake Out Curse and
Or
the...
potential fake out Recycle if she has it.
Yeah, something like that. mean, there are ways to stop the curse setting up, like lunge is not too bad, and liquidation does have the chance to drop the fence. Typically, Snorlax would be probably quite good in this matchup, but potentially not.
Snorlax fake out. Going for another one, going to the Snorlax, further decreasing its defensive output here.
This is
really
a nice
starting
play.
to neuter it, yeah.
Yeah, because I suppose she's fearing the Moonblast into the Hariyama.
See a critical hit, they're going to pick up the KO on that Arachnid.
Yeah. We'll see what Nick has in the back here. If it is the Tapu Lele, that's probably best for him.
I think so, yeah. Tapu Lele, got to really threaten both of these Pokemon on the field.
Yeah.
But the Snorlax at -3, you know, it doesn't, I think it has, doesn't have any defense boost, does it?
Just the one.
Just the one, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's too many ways for him to come back in this. I think Moonblast onto Hariyama and maybe a Calm Mind. You can just start attacking here, but I think depending on how many, if Snorlax goes for a cycle, I think a Calm Mind is maybe better because you could maybe 2 KO.
Yeah, we also
I don't know,
see,
probably just attacking is better.
Yeah, we also see Mystic Terrain preventing that Flame Orb from burning out Hariyama, increasing its damage output. So, yeah,
That's stop this turn, but Hariyama typically not carrying Protect, unlikely to make it through this turn.
Table numbers are down this way.
I think it's pretty well managed from Nick. The knockoff, not going into the Snorlax earlier, did seem like a bigger deal earlier in the game, but
as the game's played out, yeah, it's real lunge, so yeah, definitely been able to stop its offensive capabilities here.
And like we said,
we do see the Hariyama character Protect here, so
interesting.
Yeah.
Psychic into the Hariyama slot.
Yeah.
Interesting. I think maybe Moonblast not threatening the one-hit knockout enough.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see if this return
Ooh.
can be called. We see a curse.
That's a really nice HP range for Snorlax to be at though, because if it does go for the Recycler at some point, it won't be able to proc the berry if it does just go down this turn.
That's right. I think Nick's in a very nice position here. Both his Pokemon, you know, doing some real nice damage here.
Yeah, I think even like, I don't know, you could make a case for like not attacking the Snorlax next turn, just to make sure Lele can get it once the Hariyama is down, but I don't think it matters too much at this point, given how low Snorlax's attack is.
Yeah, that's right. I think, it's like comes to the Hariyama here. This is what Nick would be thinking, fairly straightforward. It is the multi-targets, yeah, going to take some nice damage.
Yeah, absolutely.
Looks like it might be a bit hard for Kid to bring this one back.
So we do see the Psychic come out into the Hariyama slot, and that will just lock it out.
Drop the Hariyama straight up.
Yeah, I don't think there's a way for Hariyama to survive that while it is holding the Flame Orb.
One hit KO, you know, crikey, mate. Yeah, we see the Moonblast come out on the Snorlax, chipping away at itself there, setting up for a new Psychic. See the return come out here?
So no recycles from the Snorlax. I don't think it's kind of rough in this game because Snorlax has been like lunged so often that its attack is low anyway, but if you're playing for the Snorlax, you really want to use it as like a win condition, and for that you really need to make sure that its ability to stay on the field like keeps going with recycles.
Right.
So
keeping its HP up nice and high.
given that its attack's so low, it's probably more valuable to use some recycles than try get some curses up where you can and slowly build that attack back. But
we're going to see Psychic come out, should pick up the couple of marks. Yeah, that game should have done it last week.
Gonna look like Nick comes out with a pretty convincing 2-0, yeah.
Pretty convincing 2-0.
But some RNG definitely in his favor in those games.
Definitely, international champion. Big congratulations to him. Definitely well known in the Australian scene for dominating juniors here.
Yeah, doesn't lose events is what I hear.
There's a bit of a god going around.
Alright, so thanks guys for tuning into this. We will get seniors up soon, and Masters Finals will be up right after that. So
stay tuned and we'll be back shortly. Thank you.
Cheers guys.